known as the TAD, the Apache can locate, identify and store targets up to 8 kilometers away. It's able to instantly slave its weapon systems to them. Makes you wonder which one of them they're looking at in the crowd right now. The crew displaying today are Warrant Officer Clyde Richards and Captain Lily Mead, both Army operational pilots of 653 Squadron based at Wadasham Army Flying Station. They returned from Afghanistan this January and will be deploying again in 2013. And they remain in training for that role throughout the display season, having deployed in a live firing exercise in support of ground troops only last week. Most helicopters employed around the world were designed to fly and then sold to fill a number of roles, with equipment being fitted and bolted on to the aircraft. When the Americans approached Boeing to design the aircraft, they told them the weapons that they wanted, and the aircraft was then specifically designed and built around those weapons. Imagine now the crew have just seen enemy fire from a tree line, and as they fly by, unlike most aircraft that would require a wide turning area, the Apache is able to perform a wing over, such as you've just seen, quickly bringing its weapons to bear. One of the weapon systems at their disposal is the Hellfire air-to-surface missile, capable of defeating armoured targets up to 8 kilometres away. The Apache has two guided variants of the Hellfire missile, a laser-guided variant and a radar-guided variant, the latter of which gives a non-line of sight fire and forget capability, meaning the Apache can fire at a target whilst concealed behind a hill. Another weapons capability at their disposal is the aerial rocket system. There are 4 variants of rockets deployed by the British Army, and each rocket pod can hold a mixed variant of 19 rockets, giving the crew the option to fire anything from a single rocket to all 76 rockets at once with devastating effect. Of course, the crew is showing you today the Apache is not just a powerful attack helicopter, but agile too. Manoeuvre requiring a strong stomach, ladies and gentlemen, from 90 degrees nose up, immediately followed by 90 degrees nose down. Again, repositioning to the low level with the speed gained from the transfer of height. Another targeting system that the Apache has available is the Fire Control Radar, known as the FCR. Capable of a 360 degree view around the aircraft, it can identify up to 256 targets, prioritising the 16 highest threats to the crew and locking the weapon systems to those targets. It will even tell the crew if the target is a wheeled or tracked vehicle, helicopter or fixed wing, and their rate and direction of travel. What you'll see now is some of the best photo opportunities that are going to be available today as the crew begins to manoeuvre at low level. Again, unique to helicopters, the ability to fly in all directions, including backwards, meaning the aircraft is capable of turning around 360 degrees whilst moving in a single direction. The aircraft systems at the pilot's disposal means it could fly the manoeuvre you see now without the pilot even touching the controls. However, today these have all been disengaged. Both crew members have a monocle in front of their right eye, which acts as a heads-up display, showing all flying instruments information. The system is also known as a targeting device, as the aircraft system is displayed to the pilot's head, meaning the aircraft knows and tracks where both pilots are looking at all times. It's It's that head tracking capability that leads us into the final, one of the most effective weapons at the crew's disposal, the aerial weapon system 30mm cannon. Electrically initiated, the cannon has a firing rate of 625 rounds per minute. That equates to 10 rounds per second, each of which contains high explosive and steady guards, capable of defeating armoured vehicles and engaging targets over 4 kilometres away. Using the head tracking technology, with a simple flick of a switch, the 30mm cannon is instantly actioned, and wherever the crew member looks, the cannon points, allowing them to engage targets to the flanks and below without even changing track or touching the flying controls, just as you've seen as they've been passing you by. We see now the aircraft performing a number of 60-degree angular bank turns at low level. These are flying skill used to advance in the enemy while staying below radar tracking facilities that would attempt to engage the aircraft. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for your support today, and we please ask you to put your hands together for the 2012 Apache helicopter display team of the British Army as they take a bow. On behalf of the Apache helicopter force, we'd like to thank you for your ongoing support of British forces. We'd also like to thank Felix Galeo and Marshals of Cambridge, our sponsors for the year. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you to Captain Paul Watnell there and the Apache team for a tremendously agile display of the British Army's attack helicopter, the Apache. Nice topside there as the helicopter recovers to land before we get our next display up and airborne, which I believe is going to be the